Alright, so this is going to be the video going over March 2nd assignment, which is over volume of cylinders and prisms, exercise A. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and look at number 1 first. So here's number 1. Number 1 says find the volume of the cylinders and prisms below. So we look at number 1, we can see that is a cylinder, alright? When we look at this, we see that this 10 is pointing at this whole entire line right here, okay? So this whole line represents the diameter. So we have the diameter. If we want to find the radius is half the diameter. So radius is equal to 5. Okay, so we know this for our future reference. Okay, so we need to find the volume of this cylinder. Volume is V is equal to big B, which is the area of the base, times height, which is the height of our 3D shape. Okay, so area of the base. Our shape of the base is a circle. We already know that the radius is 5, so our area formula for big B is area is equal to pi r squared, okay? So big B is equal to the area of the circle, which is pi radius squared. We're going to replace r with 5, so we'll have pi times 5 squared. If we go to our calculator, we can do our pi symbol, which is down here. We're going to hit pi times the radius, which is 5 squared. Press enter. We have this right here. All we need to do is press our control button and enter one more time. Then we have our decimal, okay? We're going to say it's 78.5. Let's go back. So big B is equal to 78.5, okay? So going back to our original equation right here, volume is equal to big B times H. We can write volume is equal to 78.5 times our height of the whole cylinder. So our height of the whole cylinder is 6. So H is equal to 6. So 78.5 times 6. Let's go do that in our calculator real quick. 78.5 times 6. Oh, didn't write it. We have 78.6 times 5. Or sorry, times 5. 78.5 times 6. Okay, enter 471. 471, we rounded, so the closest answer is answer choice C. Okay, let's go ahead and go on to number 2. Number 2 is a rectangular prism. When we look at it, we can see that our length is 6, our width is 3, and our height of the 3D object is 8. So H, okay? Our volume formula, again, V is equal to big B, the area of the base, times H. The shape of our base is a rectangle right here. We have a rectangle down here. Okay, so the area of the base is length times width. So we replace the L with 6 and the width with 3. So we have 6 times 3, which is equal to 18. So big B is equal to 18. So when we write it down here, we have B is equal to now 18. And then we have to multiply it by our 3D height, or the height of the shape. So our height of this whole entire rectangular prism is 8. So we're going to multiply 18 by 8. 18 times 8 is equal to 144. So if we go back, we can see our answer choice, 144. Okay. Also remember, when we're talking about volume, our units are cubed. Okay. For volume, our units are cubed. For area, our units are squared. All right, so that's just a little reminder. We're going to jump forward to question number 5. All right, so we're on question number 5. We can see that our image is a cylinder, but it's half a cylinder, all right? So if we want to label our points real quick, 3, we can see that its line is starting from the edge of the circle and going to half the circle. So this is just our radius. Just because it goes all the way across doesn't mean it's the diameter. It has to be the whole thing for it to be the diameter, okay? But it's not. It's only half a cylinder. And if we start from the side and go to half a cylinder, it's just our radius. So 3 is R. If we put a finger on one of our bases right here, and then our second finger on this other base, 12.7 is in between my two bases. So this means this is my height of my shape. So I'll put H right here. Okay. So these are the only two letters we need to know right now. Our formula is V is equal to big B times H. Big B is the area of the base. Our area of the base here is a circle, okay? So area is equal to pi r squared. We're going to replace r with our radius, which is 3 squared. So let's go to our calculator and plug that in. So we have pi, again, symbols down here. Pi times 3 squared. I'm going to go ahead and just press Control there and get my decimal. I have 28.3. Okay, so I'll just write 28.3 for right now. So I know big B is equal to 28.3. So we have V is equal to 28.3. And then our 3D height, or our height of the image, is 12.7. So times 12.7. So let's go ahead and do this in our calculator. We'll just use this number, so we'll just press enter again. Or nope. We'll go here. So here's our number, okay? And then we're going to multiply it by, what was it? 12.7. Multiply by 12.7. We see our answer is 359.1. Okay? Well, let's go look at our image real quick. This is half a cylinder, okay? So we only need half of the volume. So we'll go here, and we can see this is the volume of a whole cylinder. So we only need half of it. So we're going to take this number. We're going to press Control, answer, and this is this number right here. And we're going to divide it by 2 because we only need half of it. And this is our answer right here, 179.5. So let's go back. And when we look at our answer choices, 179.5. This is our closest answer choice. So here is our correct answer, which is answer choice A. We're going to go down to number 6 now. Number 6, we can see that this shape is a rectangular prism. Okay, so again, volume formula. It's the same as all these. Big B times H. All right. 10. 10 is going to be our length. 4 is our width. Actually, 4 is our height. 4 is the height of the image. So 4 is the height. 4 is going from up here to up, okay? And then 17 will be our width. All right. So for volume, our big B is the area formula for a rectangle, which is our base. So we have length times width. Our length is 10, so we'll have 10 times 17, which is equal to 10 times 17, 170. So we have volume, and we're going to replace big B with 170 times our height. Our height of the image is 4. So 170 times 4. So 170 times 4. 680. 680. And we see our units are centimeters cubed. Okay? So volume is equal to 680 centimeters cubed, which is answer choice A. Right. We're also going to look at number 7. Number 7 is pretty tricky. It's wanting us to work backwards. So let's read this real quick. The aquarium below holds approximately 432, let's just say feet, since we're working with feet here and all of our answer choices are feet. So feet cubed of water. What is the height of the aquarium? So 432 feet cubed. This is our volume. It automatically tells us our volume. Volume is equal to 432 feet cubed, okay? And we are trying to find the height. So if we look at our formula, we have big B times H. We don't know H yet, okay? That's what we're finding. All right, let's find big B though. Our area of the base, our shape of the base is a circle. So big B is equal to the area of a circle, which is pi r squared. We're going to replace r with our radius, which is 10. 10 is our radius squared. So let's go to the calculator. We have pi times 10 squared, control enter, 314.2. So I'll write big B is equal to 314.2. Okay. So we know big B now. So now our complete formula says, so we'll replace volume with 432 is equal to big B, which is 314.2. And then times H, okay? We want to get H all by itself. So how are we going to do that? We got to divide this. The opposite of multiplication is dividing. So we're going to divide 314 on this side of the equation. And when we do the one side of the equation, we have to do it to the other side. So we're going to divide this side by 314. Okay? When we divide these two cancel out. And all we're left with on this side is H. We're going to drop H down. H equals, and let's do 432 divided by this number. 432 divided by 314.159. Let's try to keep all the decimal points when we do our math on the calculator. When we do it, we get the answer 1.37. So 1.37, and we look, we can see that answer choice A matches our answer. So A is the correct answer for number 7. We're going to go ahead and skip down to number, let's go over number 9. Okay, number 9. Number 9 says 2 fuel tanks with the dimensions shown have the same volume. What is the value of H? Okay, so if these 2 cylinders have the same volume, okay, they're equal to each other. Think about it like that. Okay, so on this one, let's go ahead and find the volume for this one since we're given both the radius and the height. Okay, this one we're missing the height. All right, so and plus we need to find the value of this height. All right. So the volume formula, again, I'm going to write it up here. V is equal to big B times H, okay? Big B is the area of what? A circle. The base of this cylinder is a circle. So area formula is pi r squared. If we look at this, our radius here is 3. What's this radius over here? 6, okay? And our height for this cylinder is 8, okay? So pi times 3 squared. Let's go find what that is real quick. So we have pi times 3 squared is 28.3. So we'll write that. It's equal to 28.3. All right, so we know big B. Let's multiply it by H to find our volume. So we have volume is equal to 28.3 times 8. Okay, so let's do this real quick. So we're going to multiply this number right here, control answer, okay, times 8, which is 226.2. Okay, we'll round up to 0.2. So this one, the volume is 226.2. 226.2 feet cubed, right? It's cubed because we're finding the volume. All right, now let's do this second one. So we know that if this volume is 226.2, we know the volume for this one is also 226.2, okay? So if we plug this into our formula, we know the volume is 226.2, which is equal to, we don't know our big B yet, so let's go ahead and find big B. Big B, again, is the area of a circle for a cylinder. So we have pi times 6 squared. See what that is? Pi times 6 squared. We get 113.1. It's equal to 113.1. So we'll put that down here, 113.1 times our h. We don't know h yet, so we're going to write just h, okay? Just like the last problem, we're multiplying here. The opposite of multiplying is dividing, so we're going to divide 113.1 here, which cancels this out, and we'll divide 113 over here. Okay, let's see what this is. So we'll copy this answer down here. We'll press enter, so we get it down here, divided by our previous answer, which is 2. So h is equal to 2. So let's see if we have that answer choice. Do we have it? Yes. Our answer choice for number 9 is A. Let's go down to number 11. Number 11 says which cylinder has the greater capacity, cylinder A or cylinder B? So we have to find the volume of cylinder A, and we have to find the volume of cylinder B. So again, we write our volume formula. V is equal to big B times H. We know our shape of our bases on both of these are both circles. So we know for B, we are going to be finding pi times our radius squared. Okay, so let's do A real quick. The radius of A, we see that the diameter is 8. So half of 8 is 4. Okay, so pi times 4 squared. We're going to do pi times 4 squared. Control enter. We get 50.3. Equal to 50.3. Okay. Now we have volume is equal to 50.3 times our height, which is what? Our height here is 16. Okay. So times 16. So let's multiply this by 16 times 16. So our volume for cylinder A is 804.2. 804.2. So V is equal to 804.2. So that's for our cylinder A. Now let's do cylinder B. Let's find our big B real quick. Pi is times our radius. If we look here, our diameter for this one is 12. So half of this would be 6 is our radius. So pi times 6 squared. All right. Let's do this in the calculator. Pi times 6 squared is equal to 113.1. So we know big B is 113.1. So in our volume formula, we have 113.1 times our height. And our height for volume, our cylinder B is 6. So times 6. So let's go multiply this number by 6. So times 6. We get 678.5 for our volume, or 0.6 if we round up. 678.6. Okay. If we look at these two volumes, we can see that cylinder A is going to have a greater volume than cylinder B. So B is our correct answer. All right. Okay, so that's going to be the video going over March 2nd assignment. So if you need to do the redo assignment, go ahead and click the link for the redo assignment and go ahead and submit that. If you need to come back to this video, come back to this video. But good luck on the redo assignment.